Why is it? I find guys who have the cross on so hot.
That's an immediate red flag for me.
Really? To me, I'm like, I want to suck their dick with their cross hanging.
Not even
guys that wear a cross.
Dylan wants a little like Italian northeastern boyfriend. Like
no,
born
he
in
likes
Brooklyn.
those things because he won't accidentally fall in love because he's straight.
No.
I don't like actually straight guys. I like guys who like me,
who are emotionally unavailable. So
No,
I'm emotionally unavailable.
He wants a boyfriend that's emotionally unavailable because he's emotionally unavailable. He's just
I want someone to like me.
No. You are totally.
You see this? This is what I deal with every week. They go, no one likes you.
So you're emotionally unavailable because you don't feel like someone's available to you.
I'm emotionally available.
No, he's not.
I'm one of the most available people there is.
He's actually had to apologize for saying that we weren't his friends before.
I said I didn't think you guys weren't my friends. I said you guys didn't know me.
Right.
The amount of people I've talked to like 2 or 3 times and then I refer to as my friend is crazy. It's crazy the amount of people I've talked to twice. I'm like, oh, that's my friend. They were nice to me once. I would fucking die for them.
Oh no, JT would probably say the Black Israelites are his friends.
They are my friends.
No, you said that on the podcast.
Yeah,
you were like,
he did.
He goes, yeah, you guys are my friends. He goes, yeah. You go, yeah, but it's a low bar for me, so I say everybody's my friend.
And also, he sent me reels on Instagram.
Really?
Like when he sees a funny reel, he sends it to me. I go, okay, we're friends, dude. You thought, oh, this would make JT laugh.
Wait. Two things. Firstly, I think it's better to say we're friendly than say we're friends.
Sure.
I think that's better boundaries. And then 2,
if you're talking about me and you right now, I'll shoot myself in the head. I will lose it. I'll send a pipe bomb to you.
People go, how do you feel about JT Kelley? I go, we're friendly.
We're friendly.
And then for people who don't know what the Black Israelites are.
Also, they don't like to be called that, right?
They don't.
What are they?
So they would call themselves
They stand on the street.
Israelites.
Okay.
And they're part of the Israelite. So they are part of the ISUPK, which is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. So they're under a very specific leader called Commander something. And it's this guy that leads all of the schools, which is their organizing mechanism. It's their church, their schools, their community. And they are like a straight up good old fashioned hate group.
Right. Yeah.
Like they are a hate group. Straight up.
If you live in Austin, you've probably seen them. They get a microphone. They go on 36, the street, and they'll just yell at white women. And it's my favorite thing in the entire world.
It is pretty funny.
White devil.
I heard one the other day that was like they were all talking and he was like people say Austin is so good for us. He's like, look around. There are black men dying of heroin on the street. He goes, here's how you know the economy is so bad. There are white men on the street. This city allows white men to be on the street. That's how you know things are bad. And I was like, you're preaching, brother.
Well, I loved it because he kept telling JT, he's like, dude, listen, you don't have to worry. Under our leadership, there will be no unemployment for white people. And it's like, that's because we'll be slaves.
Yeah. They want white slaves, and I'm like, dude, try to get me as a slave. You will lose, dude.
We would be
Sam Castillo is
Sam Castillo would be a great slave.
No, so he's American Indian.
Yeah, but he'd still be a good slave.
He's not doesn't get to be a slave. He's one of the Israelites to them.
Did you guys ask?
Yeah. And so I was like, I would, in your dream world, I'm Sam's slave. That would suck for Sam, dude. He's like, my slave is so lazy, eats all my food. And also Mexicans are Israelites to them too. Imagine a Mexican having a white slave being like, dude, this is the laziest
So
dude
only
I've heard.
only white people are slaves.
Only white people are, and
What
Chinese people, I admit, they would be good slaves. They are fantastic workers. You got to admit, if you're on the hierarchy of slaves, a white person would be a horrible slave. A Chinese person, I'd be like, okay, that's a diligent man.
I would prefer if I had to pick, I would definitely pick that.
Give me a Chinese fellow.
But my favorite
Not
is
me.
They would be like, I think JT was like, so like I don't know the exactly technicality of it, but you guys are designated as a federal hate group. And he goes, I don't even know why. And then Sam goes, probably because like you guys think all gay people should die and that interracial marriage should be a crime. He goes, but what about pedophiles? No one talks about the pedophiles. And then JT was like, they do.
They do.
Wait, so they don't like gay people?
They hate gay people.
JT asked him about Colton. He goes, well, I have a friend named Colton.
I brought up Colton.
Yeah, he goes, well, actually, you can't support gay people. He goes, why not? He goes, because you're not gay.
I did see that.
Yeah.
And then what did you say about Colton?
I was just talking. I used him as an example of being like, I have a friend that is like the type of gay man you're describing, like a gay man that's in a loving relationship, like a gay man that has sex with men. And then whatever my argument was, I used Colton as the fucking straw man for
Yeah.
it.
And he
you
goes,
like
well,
how-
actually, you don't really love Colton. And Colton doesn't really love his husband because he's probably going to give him AIDS.
Oh, that was the other thing too, is he kept bringing back, like, you can tell being gay is wrong because AIDS, and I was like, hey, I don't mean to sound, but these days a higher percentage of black people have AIDS if you count the whole world as opposed to just gay people. Like, number for number, it's more black people than gay people that have AIDS. And he goes, huh. And then just kind of moves on to the next thing, and I was like, oh, I wasn't going to push
but
that.
he also said that black Africans aren't Israelites.
Yeah, he doesn't even like most black people. Very funny stuff. Only very funny stuff. So the only people that were Israelites are the people that were specifically brought over in the transatlantic slave, and there are some Israelites still in Africa as well.
Whoa.
My
Yeah.
favorite part of the whole
I
interview.
think he'd like me.
You would. We would have so much fun with him.
I honestly, I got in the comments and he was like, haha, whoa, bro, this is crazy. And like, was friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly,
We should have him on this podcast.
he would probably. He even
He would do
said
it.
he would do this podcast. He said, if you know anyone else whose podcast we can do, let us know.
I
They
don't
roll
think-
deep,
I-
so that
They rolled real deep.
Yeah.
There's two people sitting behind. So
Yeah, and their outfits too. They're wearing their costumes, which I was so happy. I wasn't gonna ask. I wasn't gonna be like, please wear your costume.
Dude,
please."
JT
Hey,
almost
where-
bought their merch.
I did. They said it was $60 for a shirt though.
Oh
and I
my
was
god,
like,
it's
I'm
what
not
kind of
gonna
hate
have
group
to
is this? You can't be charging $60 when you're a hate group.
what did the shirt say?
It was white Jesus, and on it said Imposter 666.
Oh wow.
Pretty edgy. I don't know. It's kind of a
How do
tight
they
shirt.
feel about Jewish people?
I bought a merch from your communist cult.
From the Maoist cult? Yeah.
and I lost it.
Oh, I
It's a pretty
forgot
sick
you
shirt,
were-
I
too.
lost it. I
That-
fucking
told
want
them
it.
too. I was trying to relate to him, like, hey, I used to be an extremist as well. Like, I don't hate you guys for being extremists. Like, I really relate with the path, and I tried to relate with them on the path that it took to get there. Like, injustice and anger, and not having good tools or language to understand what we all agree on. The world's fucking bad, but to be like, the world's bad, so I need to kill white gay dudes. It's like, I don't know about that, man.
A lot of people would agree with them at that point.
Yeah, I'm like, we need to get you to Madison Square Garden.
Well, actually, that's the other thing he said. He was like, what was the Westboro Baptist Church? And it's like, they were a white group that said God hates fags. And he's like, actually, there was one black guy. He goes, well, tell him about us. We'll recruit him.
Yeah, he wanted to recruit
That
the
was a
black guy.
really funny response, right?
Well, you know what's funny about the Westboro
Baptist Church.
Westboro Baptist Church is that they were like pioneers with civil rights for black people. They were very much, that pastor was like there's no difference between a black man and a white man. He was very progressive in that point, and he was like, and
When?
also the whole time.
As long as he's not
And,
gay.
and he was like,
or
and then he was like, but gay people should die.
And
They have
the
they were
Mexicans and
that's-
Asians in that church now, too.
yeah, no, they literally fought in civil rights stuff to get more rights for people of color.
That's so crazy because the Proud Boys are the exact opposite. They're like, you can't be a different color, but gay is okay.
Well, you know that Proud Boys started off as like helping like incel guys like
Get pussy?
get women. That's how it started. It started with like guys who couldn't get pussy.
What was that MTV show? The Specialist or the
Well,
guy,
be-
the peacock guy?
Well, one of the founders
You
of
know
the Proud
what
Boys.
Exactly what you're
that
talking
should be
about,
a
yeah.
reality show. The Proud Boys doing a queer eye for the Proud Boy guy.
He's like, first of all, you got to get a fucking polo.
I would love to be a dating coach like that. Like,
wait. Start with Dylan. He's
Well, wait, because I'm gonna say one of the original founders of the Proud Boys is a New York City comedian.
Gavin McGinnis.
No,
Okay.
Milo?
Mm,
He's British.
no, he's a black guy. He was on Guys We Fucked. That's how I know.
Oh, one of the founders of the Proud Boy,
Dante?
the Enrique guy, got an open micer in Austin, Texas, pregnant before the pandemic.
Who did?
That guy, Enrique, that guy that was brought up on federal charges and more than likely was actually just like a federal informant. If you search Enrique Proud Boys, he's going to be the guy that comes up. He got a woman, I think her name was Ashley. I can't remember her last name, but she was also on American Idol in the auditions for American Idol. Psychopath.
Oh, wait, I know
lady.
exactly who
You know who I'm
about.
talking about,
Yes.
right? She used to like be Maggie Mae's servant.
Yes.
It was crazy. Maggie Mae was a comedian in Austin. Very funny, cool person. Loved her. For some reason, this woman, Ashley, was just obsessed with Maggie Mae. So Maggie Mae would just be like, okay, bring me weed, deliver my groceries. And this girl, Ashley, would be like, okay, and would brag to people, I went and picked up Maggie's groceries for the day. It's like, yeah, that's so weird. Maggie's my friend, and she would never ask me to do that because she respects
And
me.
she would say that wearing a Trump hat.
Yeah. Very funny stuff.
Yeah.
There's a
So
lot of
could
people.
you be Dylan's dating
I
coach?
would love, dude,
Let's
Methodist Church, dude. It's gay dude city. It's gay dudes that are trying to get married and fall in love, dude.
Some of this is bad. Some of this is bad. Some of this is bad. Some of this to drag out horse.
No,